Introduce each one. Please give them a round of applause. We have a jury table that sits right here. They oversee all the rules and regulations, make sure all the IDFPA rules are being followed. Between the three of them, they got probably 100 years of experience. They're well experienced here. We got from Louisiana, Cat 1, Mr. Tyler Gurfers. We got the Category 1 international, they're all international referees. They have to be because this is a world championship. From Michigan, Category 1 international referee, Jack Marcus. From Mississippi, Category 1 international referee, Jimmy Battenfield. And then we got 3 Cat 2s. They are also all internationals working on the platform. We got Joe Arno from Boston, Massachusetts. We got Eric Cordell, who's right up the street from Boston, Massachusetts. Actually, I think it's Watertown. Thank you, Jill. And we've got from Indiana, Executive Committee member and State Chair, Alex Walters. And our technical controller, which is one of the most important jobs up here, believe it. It's a thankless job, too. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Askin, all the way from Delaware, the Delaware State Chair. Give her a round of applause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, report to your positions. We're going to start momentarily as soon as Jan puts on some music.
All right, so this is day 3 of the IDFPA Bench World Championships. We got our 100 plus and 100 kilo women, and 110, 125, and 140 and 140 plus men. Up first, we have Kristen Bellata, opening with 137 pounds. All right, and Kristen waves off the handoff guy, and you can lift the bar off yourself or with the assistance of the spotters. See what the judges say. 3 white lights for Kristen. So first opener on the board. Janine Cascadden up next with 148 pounds. Bar is loaded for Janine. And she, likes to lift the bar off herself as well. And so, she's wearing the new IDFPA singlet from Titan Support. That's a start command. Three white lights, good lift for Janine. And then Daytona up next with 70 kilos, 154 pounds. Notice the spotters are getting blocks because, per powerlifting rules, your feet have to be flat on the floor, or if your feet are having trouble, reaching the floor, you can ask for blocks. You make sure your feet are flat on the blocks. Really fast opener for her. 3 white lights, good lift. Paulette is up next. So again, Daytona is a teen 3, 18, 19 years old. Paulette is masters 3, so 60 to 69 years old. So we have competitors of all ages lifting at this world championship. And so because if you want a lift off, it has to be from the platform spotter. Paulette is letting our platform spotter, Gunther, know how she wants it. And it's really important to communicate with the spotters if you want to lift off to make sure that you're getting the bar exactly where you want it, how you want it. It's a start command. And 3 white lights. Lift is good. And then Kelly Foreman up next. And she looks like she's got her hype song, kind of, dancing around. Bar is loaded, so her handler's, taking the headphones off. And then, Kelly's letting Gunther know how she wants her lift off. That's the handoff. It's a start command. Alright. And 3 white lights for Kelly. No, good lift. Macy up next at 214 pounds. Coached by Long Island's own Nick Benarakis. Big benches. Looking forward to a big bench from this Master 1 lifter, 40, 49-year-old. And 3 white lights, good lift. And then same weight for Bridget. Okay, gets it up. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, good lift for Bridget. And then Emma Walland up next, another titanium strength lifter. Waves off the lift-off spotter. It's benching 225, so for the gym bros using pound plates, this would be 2 plates, but with this being an international meet, we're using kilos, so it looks a little bit different. Either way, 3 white lights, so good opener for her. And then same weight for Malaysia, bars loaded. Again, she's wrapping up her wrist, but remember, you cannot adjust anything but your belt on the platform, and so even though the chief referee already called bars loaded, the technical controller Natalie is stopping her from stepping onto the platform before her wrist straps are fully adjusted. Looks like she beat the start command there. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see because I didn't see the referee's hand signals, but I didn't hear a start command, and all 3 platform referees agreed, so no lift. Ooh. Looks like we have a record here, and she's opening up with 104 kilograms, which so Gino looked a little confused because normally you can only select an increment of 2.5 kilos, and 104, that's not an increment of 2.5 kilos, but you can what's called chipping a record, or taking a a smaller increment, 0.5 kilo increment, if you're breaking a world record. And in case Adrian is up next with 105 kilos, which is 231 pounds, which is a normal 2.5 kilo increment. All right, 3 lights for Adrian. Okay. And then closing out flight A is Amanda with 303 pounds. Coached by Carly Skripinski, of Mustache Barbell and Fitness. Amanda's positioning the foot blocks how she wants them, letting the spotter know how she wants her liftoff. All right, so 3 white lights. Now we're going back down to the top of the order. Stripping all the red plates, going to blue and a silver. 148 pounds for Kristen for her second attempt. Kristen's out of Titanium Strength in Connecticut. Masters 2, so 50 to 59. Let's see what the referees say. So, yeah, I see a yellow. She might have just barely jumped a command. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, yellow could mean a number of different things. Either, jumping the commands, or feet coming off the floor, or your butt coming off the bench. And bar loaded for Janine, 17.5 kilos, so 159 pounds for her second attempt. Bit of a fight, but gets it up. See what the referees say. 3 white lights. Second attempt is good for Janine. Now we're loading the red, those 25 kilo plates. 75 kilos, or 165 pounds is Daytona's second attempt. And spotters are getting the foot blocks out for her. Okay. 3 white lights, good lift for Daytona. And then Paulette is up next with 181 pounds. Paulette letting out a scream, hyping herself up. And she is wearing knee sleeves, which, and not very common, a lot more common for squat than bench press. You can wear knee sleeves for any lift, but they can, sleeves can only be on your knees and not any other part of your body. 3 white lights for Paulette. Lift is good. 192 pounds for Kelly's second attempt. Again, reminding the spotter how she wants it. Again, yeah, it's important to communicate with the spotters if you are getting a lift off, and multiple times if you have to, because in a flight of 12, 13, 14, 15 people, that one spotter isn't going to remember exactly how everyone wants it. All right, Kelly gets it up. 3 white lights. Lift is good. Second attempt for Kelly. And then Macy's loading 100 kilos, 220 pounds up next. And for those who don't know, a kilogram is 2.2046 pounds, so 100 kilos is 220.46 exactly. So start command. Mix it up. 3 white lights. Lift is good. Now Bridget's up next with 231 pounds. See what the referees say. Looks like they're there we go. 3 white lights. Lift is good. All right. 236 pounds for Emma. Weighs off the liftoff spotter. All right, 3 white lights. All right, so Melissa, this was the one opener that got red lighted, for missing commands, but she went up anyway. Took 102.5. So 225 for her first. Is attempting 236 for her second. So the strength is there. Just got to make sure to wait for those commands. Yep. No lift. She'll have one more try, but one of the risks for going up from your opener if you miss is, if you don't get a successful attempt, you've bombed out and do not register a total, and cannot win a medal at this World Championship. Okay, so Mercedes is up next. I believe this was, she attempted 104, but the jury verified that it wasn't actually a record, so they rounded her first attempt down. But, kind of a moot point now that she did get her second, 242 pounds, so, looking, probably going to go for more on her third. Up next, Adrian with 248. It's left off. white lights for Adrian, good lift. And then Amanda's closing out second attempts with 325 pounds. Spotters are getting the blocks out. And 2 white lights. Not sure, yeah, again, they got a yellow card from the left side referee. Again, could be a number of things, like your feet coming off or butt coming up. I'm not sure, I didn't see the violation, but, 2 white lights is good enough. Good lift for Amanda. And now bars loaded for Kristen. You're retaking 148 pounds. Gets it up this time. What did the referee say? 3 white lights. Way to come back from that missed second to get that. Now Janine's up next, 165 pounds. So now that we're at the last attempt of bench press, this is where you have lifters going for personal records or possibly even trying to go for placing. Now, normally you cannot change attempts once you submitted them, but for a single lift competition, like a bench-only competition, you can change your third bench, just like you can change your third deadlift in a full power meet. So you can, there can be potentially some changes for placing. 75, not quite there for Janine. Probably just a little too much on the day, but she is good for 72.5. And now Daytona, has 176 pounds. And she is in the background, wrapping her wrists, and taking her headphones off, and now she's stepping onto the platform. Three for 3. Excellent job, Daytona. And he has it now. He's in first place in the Raw Team 3, 18-19 division. Now Paulette, our Master 3, is going for 187 for her third attempt. Bit of a struggle, but she gets it up. 3 white lights, 3 for 3. And now Kelly is loading 198 for her third attempt. And I didn't see the chat earlier, but it's like Lauren's a Kelly fan. Certainly, feel free to pipe in any questions in the chat, as well as who you're rooting for. gets the lift off. Not quite there on the day, but she's still good for 2 attempts and got 87.5 on her second. Now we're going to load 225 for Macy. By the way, there are just 2 flights, so the men will go after the women take all their third attempts. There were originally going to be 3 flights, but because of no-shows, Flight B and Flight C are combined. 225, not quite there for Macy, but excellent try. Now, Malaysia retaking 236, and she needs this to stay in the meet. Wrapping her wrist before she steps on the platform. That's always a risk you take when you go up after a missed opener. And certainly, like, her opener, 102.05 was an easy weight, but I mean, I think when you have that looming in your head, like, it can be harder, even if the strength is there normally. And again, you run the risk of bombing out. 242 up next for Bridget's third attempt. Not quite there on the day, but she still gets credit for 231 on her second. Looks like Emma's attempting a state record with 248 pounds. With state records, they cannot be chipped. You need to break them by 2.5 kilo increment. See what the referees say. 3 white lights, good lift, and a Massachusetts state record, and a high five from our announcer, Gino. All right. Mercedes up next, 115 kilos, 253 pounds. And looks like she's being coached by someone who's competing today, as I see, a man in a singlet in this fight. All right, no lift for Mercedes. Now you might have noticed a longer press command there because that bar, you can see it wasn't really motionless on the chest. And remember, there is no rule book requiring the length of pause. The bar just has to be touching your chest and motionless. It can't be bouncing on your chest or wobbling. So if the chief referee sees any movement in the bar, they're gonna wait before giving you that pressed command. Now, next, Adrian with 264 pounds. Ooh, a bit of a fight, but she gets it up. So what the referees say, 3 white lights, 3 for 3. And then Amanda's closing out the women's flight with a world record attempt, 155 kilos. Because this is an international meet, you have category referees in all 3 chairs already. Now, if you're setting an open world record, you can chip it or break it by less than 2.5 kilos, but she is entered in both Open and Master 1, and I believe if you are in the Open division, you can only chip Open records, but you can set Master records. Oh, not quite there today. So now we're moving on to Flight B with our men. And so we got 2 red plates, 125 kilos or 275 for our first male lifter, Chris Felix. Chris appears to be off camera, but our technical controller, Natalie, is giving the heads up, so it's like he is here. And now he's stepping onto the platform. And the technical controller, making sure that all of our lifters are lined up in position to, step on the platform, making sure that they are attired correctly, no violations of equipment, making sure only 1 coach per lifter. Two white lights. With the blue card, it might be up and down movement, or the chief referee might have not thought his elbows were locked. Although the 2 side referees did put their hands down. The side referees believed he was in your correct starting position. So when there is a majority of opinion for that the lifter is in the correct side position, then the chief referee does have to give the start command, even if he doesn't believe so himself. All right, next we have Tom Greenstone, taking 135 kilos, 297 pounds. There's some discussion about how to arrange the foot blocks. I guess this is in a unique position. Normally like you see blocks side by side. And you see the 2 highest blocks stacked on top of each other. And, lifters are responsible for letting the spotters know how they want their blocks set up, and as well as, again, making sure how they want their lift off, or if they don't want to lift off. So you notice that clock counting down. Lifters have 1 minute to commence their lift. If they don't commence their lift or get a start command within that 1 minute, then they time out. So, as you can see, Tom did not wait for the start command, so all 3 referees gave him a red light for that reason. 341 pounds next for Joel Wyman. In our, men's raw 140 kilos, so weighing in under 308 pounds. He's lifting 341 pounds for his opener. The chief referee might have seen a little bit of up and down movement after the press command, so that's why he gave a blue card. Jacob Zoller taking 347 pounds for his opener. This is a Master 2, so 50 to 59. Another blue card for the Chief. So you can sink the bar into your chest, but it has to be motionless before you get the press command, and you cannot sink the bar further after the press command. 358 pounds for Michael Weber. Kristen just competed and is now, coaching him. Start command. Press. Rack. The referees say 3 white lights. Gino making comment, Weber grilling that. Nice and clever, comment there. Now Jonathan Alsop, loaded 363 pounds for his opener. Three white lights. So I know, some federations require you to have your head on the bench, but USA Powerlifting did eliminate that rule in 2022. So your head can come off the bench, but your butt has to stay on the bench and your feet have to stay flat on the floor. All right, then Jack Gardy. I saw him walking around with the cane. And he's kind of limping off. I think one of the great things about bench only is that, and it is very inclusive. So even if you have some kind of disability or limitation that limits your ability to do the squat or deadlift, you can, as long as you can, bench to competition standards, you can still compete. And, Jack has 369 for his opener. Three white lights for Jack. That's his cane and walk off the platform. Now we have for our first 400-pound bench attempt of the day, James Russell, 407. And this is, Master 1, so over 40, benching 400 pounds. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Now we are loading 200 kilos, 440 pounds for Josh, coached by New York's own Joey B. Lifts Heavy. And we went from a Masters 1 to a Raw Teen 3, so he's either 18 or 19 years old. So 3 white lights, good lift for Josh. Brandon wrapping his wrists, getting ready for a 451-pound bench attempt. And bar is loaded, but again, remember, you can only adjust your belt on the platform, so he's wrapping his wrists before Natalie allows him to step the platform. It's a hug from his coach. Ready to step on the platform now. So the referees say 3 white lights, good lift. Now Dylan Johnson with 462 pounds. Letting Gunther, our head spotter, know how he wants the bar lifted off. And shout out to our method spotting and loading crew. They've been spotting all weekend. And moving a lot of plates. Bit of a fight, but let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. And Gino directing traffic, making sure lifters go to the right to exit the platform and head to the scorer's table for their next attempt. Same weight, 462 pounds for Ryan. Handing his AirPods off to his coach, stepping on the platform. So, looks like, wrong rack height. So something to keep in mind, lifters can request a change in rack height at any time, but, if it is different from what has been submitted on their scorecard or in lift and cast, and, the chief has called bar is loaded, their clock continues to run. So, he does get the start command off. So I was going to say, he does run the risk of timing out, but he did get the start command with about 3 seconds left. So, again, make sure, if you want a different rack height, to let the people at the scoring table know so that they have it on the card, have the correct information on your card, so that, every second can be valuable. Natalie, making sure his thumb loops aren't on his thumbs, but, his wrist wraps look good, so he is allowed to step on the platform. Riley taking 479 pounds for his opener. Let's see what the referees say. Again, the side referee might have thought there was a little bit of downward movement, but again, 2 out of the 3 referees agreed it was a good lift, so, the lift does count. And now Korea's own, Jae Hyuk with 507. So our first 500-pound bench, and he's only weighing in 125 kilos, so 275. So this is a pretty huge bench for someone coming all the way from Korea. Again, that this is a world championship event, so we do have people coming from all different countries. Ooh. Looked very shaky out there, but hopefully he can regroup and get this on his second. Now we're at the last opener of the very last flight of this World Championship. Alvin Roswell coming out with 551 pounds. He's requesting a rack height change as well. And he has to wrap his wrists before he steps on the platform. Still has about 26 seconds left. Letting the spotter know how he wants it. Does get the start command. Again, it's a yellow card from the left side referee, but again, 2 of the 3 referees thought this was a good lift, so it does count. And a yellow card can mean a bunch of different things, so yeah. Couldn't really see what was going on there from that angle. But now we're already into second attempts. Chris Felix with 297 pounds. Okay, so oh, not quite there, but he has one more attempt to try to get it on his third. At least he does have his opener in the books, so he doesn't bomb out. Now Tom Greenstone, attempting 140 kilos, 308 pounds, going up after, getting red lighted on his opener. Weighing in the 140 kilo weight class, so this is a body weight bench attempt. All right, so he does get all 3 commands. See what the referees say. All right, he's in the meat. 3 white lights, good lift. Now Joel Wyman's up next with 352 pounds. Cuts it up, what the referees say. 3 white lights, lift is good. Now we're loading the blue along with a 1.25. 369 pounds up next for Jacob. Bars loaded. Jacob takes the platform. And the men's Raw Masters 2, 50 to 59 age class, 110 kilo weight class. Let's see what the referees say. 2 white lights. I guess the chief referee still didn't think his elbows are locked out, but the other side referees did. Next up, we have Jonathan Alsop, 380 pounds. Three white lights for Jonathan. And we're loading 3 red plates, 175 kilos, which is 385 pounds for Michael Weber. Another titanium strength athlete. And as Gino announced, Kristen Bellata, who just competed in Flight A of this session, now, handling Michael. Bit of a slower temp, but still gets it up. 3 white lights. Lift is good for Michael. And then Jack is up next with 396 pounds. Wrapping his wrists. His headphones taken off by Bree, who I believe also competed in Flight A and is now handling Jack. And 3 white lights for Jack. He's 2 for 2 so far. At 424 pounds next for James Russell. All right, let's go, Jim. And you see, Deanne Russell in the chat. Three white lights for Jim. And then Josh is up next with 462 pounds. Joey B lifts heavy, in the shades. And smelling salts cannot be used in front of the audience. So Josh is behind the backdrop, getting those smelling salts in to hype himself up for this before this 462-pound second attempt. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, good lift for Josh. And now we have the blue, 473 pounds for Brandon. Again, remember, you can only adjust your belt on the platform, so even though the bar has already been called loaded, Natalie is waiting for Brandon to finish wrapping his wrists before he steps on the platform. Relatively narrow grip. So 3 white lights for Brandon. So the maximum legal grip is having your hands 81 centimeters apart. You have those rings on a power bar, and your index fingers have to cover the ring. And a lot of people will try to go as wide as possible and really try to minimize the range of motion, but you can have your hands anywhere inside of those rings. And some people, especially if they have stronger triceps, or might just feel stronger with a narrower grip. 479 pounds for Dylan. Bit of a grind, but what the referees say. 3 white lights, lift is good for Dylan. And 490 pounds for Ryan. And the red, white, and blue A7 singlet on. I think it's got a Blueprint strength shirt. So, yeah, shout out to Blueprint, great coaching group. Three white lights, good lift for Ryan. And now we're getting into the 500-pound range. This is a world record attempt for the men's Raw T2, 16 and 17 age division. Weighing in 125 kilos, 275 pounds. So since Riley is only entered in the Teen 2 division, he can chip Teen 2 records, but opting for a traditional 2.5 kilo increment. Oof, not quite there, but hopefully he can grind through on his thirds and try to come back and hit this. All right, so Jay retaking 507 after missing this on his second. Shout out to the fans from back home in Korea in the chat. Apologize, I'm not Korean, I can't read Korean, but it is great to see powerlifting as an international sport. And this is a world championship. We've had lifters from Korea, Australia, Guam, all over the world. Oof. Got one more chance. I really hope he can hit this on its third, because bombing out of a championship is heartbreaking, but especially after coming all the way from the other side of the world. I really do hope he gets this on his third. But anyway, we do have one more second attempt before we get into our third and final attempts. Alvin coming out for 589 pounds. We got the purple headband, LSU t-shirt. Go Tigers. Oof. I'm hoping he can come back and hit this on his third. And now we're all the way to our last attempts of our last flight of this World Championship. Starting with Chris, who missed 297 pounds on his second attempt, but retrying it for his third and final attempt. Bar is loaded for Chris. So again, Riley did take his second attempt for Levi in the chat, but now we're on to third attempts. So, yeah, we're just starting third attempt, so, you know, our lifters are not quite done yet, but they still have one more attempt to go, starting with Chris. And, you know, it looks like he might just be intentionally timing out here. And then, you know, spotters and loaders cannot load the bar until we hit the double zeros and lights come on. All right, so Chris times out. Referees put up their lights, and now we're loading the bar for Tom. 145 kilos, 319 pounds for Tom's third attempt. All right, bar is loaded for Tom.
Homemade, all right? Thank you.
Oof. So no lift for Tom, but he does get credit with his second. Now we're loading the blue, 363 pounds for Joel Wyman. Natalie's so Natalie was making sure the next lifter has his wrist properly wrapped, but Joel is on the platform right now. All right, locked out. What do the judges say? 3 white lights, 3 for 3. Good lift for Joel. Now we have 380 pounds for Jacob for his third attempt. Gets it up. Ooh, 2 reds. Chief either, again, didn't think his elbows were locked out, or, maybe some up and down, and because, that bar did look a little uneven, and then side probably, got him for butt. And remember, your butt does have to stay on the bench. Now here's Jonathan with 3 red plates, 385 pounds. Yes, that did come up again. That's okay. 3 white lights. Lift is good. Now 396 pounds for Michael. And, Kristen, again, just competed in Flight A, giving him some last-minute words of encouragement before he comes out for this third attempt. So Jack up next with 418. Wrapping his wrists, getting those headphones off. And really powerful. Seeing him even limping on the platform, still like going out there and competing. Start command. Oh, not quite there today, but he still gets credit for 396 pounds on his second. And now Jim with his third, 440 pounds. And there he comes. Three white lights, 3 for 3 from Jim. I know Deanne's pretty happy about that. And now Brandon up next with 479 pounds, which, if it's successful, he moves from second to first place. So he's benching for the win. Oh, not quite there today, but he does get credit with 474 for his second. And now we have a world record attempt, 218 kilos, 480 pounds for Josh. Again, since he is, only entered in Teen 3, he can chip Teen 3 world records. And, again, chipping, taking an increment that's less than 2.5 kilos. So this is 218 kilos for a world record. Coached by Joey B. Lifts Heavy. Oh, not quite there today, but still gets credit for his first two. Next we have Dylan Johnson. Shout out to the Dan Bidandi show in the chat. I know he's a fan of Dylan. He's got 220 kilos, 485 pounds for his third attempt. If it's successful, keep him in first place in the men's Raw Open 125 kilo, 275 pound weight class. Running through it. Just got to lock out that right elbow. Now let's see what the referees say. Oh, he gets it. Yeah, the right referee saw some up and down movement, but again, like, there is no uneven lockout rule as long as you do lock out both the elbows and the whole bar does not go down. Then it is a good lift. And so 2 of the 3 referees thought that the whole bar didn't go down. So now Riley is up for his third. So Levi in the chat, make sure you're watching this. He didn't quite get that 501-pound world record attempt on his second, but he is taking it again for his third. Wearing the 2023 Bench Nationals shirt from Arizona. See what the referees say. He does lock it out this time. Oh, 2 reds. So again, it all could mean a number of different things. Either butt came off the bench or his feet came off the floor. Oh yeah, it looks like after a discussion with the jury, Gino said that he heaved the bar. All right, now Jay here, who needs this to stay in the meet. 507 pounds, which is certainly a really impressive bench, especially for someone only weighing 275 pounds. But again, he hasn't had a successful bench yet. He needs this. Let's see what the... Oh, he's in the meet! 3 white lights. So, coming all the way from Korea, finally gets on the board in this World Championship. Next we have 518 for Ryan. And make sure those smelling salts are not in front of the audience sitting in the stands, although I know you guys can see them from that camera. All right, waves off the lift-off guy. And this is just our second to last bench of the entire World Championships. We are almost done, just 2 lifters to go. Oh, not quite there, but he does get credit for his first 2. And now we're down to our final lifter of this World Championships, Alvin Roswell with 267.5 kilos, 589 pounds. You can, compete with a mouth guard. Some people like it because, they often grind their teeth when they lift, and having a mouth guard helps protect against that. Lift off from the Gunther or spotter. Start command. Oh, not quite there, but he does get credit for his opener, and that concludes our very first inaugural IDFPA Bench World Championships. So again, thank you for, thanks to all of you for joining us. thanks to Jan Dorio, our meet director, as well as Dane Roach, the technical secretary, organizing all of our referees, our category 1 and 2 referees, or international referees. Shout out to Method spotting and loading crew, keeping the bar loaded correctly, keeping us safe throughout the championships. And we'll be doing awards in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. But, again, thank you all for joining. Thank you to everyone in the chat for interacting. Shout out to Dan Bedondi Show. He's saying, Dylan, if you see this, he's watching from Longhorn, pounding down some steak and mashed potatoes. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.
As the floors can take no more, stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored. Ready, steady, go. Can't take no more, stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored. Ready, steady, go. The floors can't take no more, stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored. floors, can't take no more. Stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored. Ready, steady, go. The floors can't take no more. Stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored. Ready, steady, go. The floors can't take no more. Stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored.
And, of course, the lovely Natalie from Delaware State Chair. First category, Women's Raw Junior, 100-plus kilo weight class in first place, Emma Walland. Oh, Sorry, I forgot the proper protocol. All the female lifters that lifted this morning need to come up to the platform and line up shoulder to shoulder in front of the blue banner. All the ladies, I don't say all the single ladies, I say all the singlet ladies. All the singlet ladies, come on up. And first of all, give Emma a round of applause. Did you get her photo? Okay, get one more with me. I want one with me. All right. Who's that? Got it? Okay. All right, get back there with the rest of them, Emma. Come on, Janine Cascadden. All right, now let's get a shot of all the ladies up there. Get the cameras rolling. Ladies, slide over to your right. Right. Let's center it up. Beautiful, beautiful. That's the proper protocol for an international competition. One more round of applause for all the ladies. All the singlet ladies. All the singlet ladies. You're such a doll. All right. We did Emma. Let's go on to the next lifter. It's Women's Raw Masters 1 100 kilo weight class. First place, Macy Urrutia. Give her another round of applause. Women's Raw Masters 1 100 kilo weight class. Silver medal, Bridget Gardy. And in first place, Amanda Dahl. Another round of applause for these two young ladies. Women's Raw Masters 2 100 plus kilo weight class. Silver medal, Kristen Bellotta. And in first place, Adrian Lockhart. Another round of applause for these ladies. All right, moving on. Women Raw Masters 3 100 kilo weight class. Silver medal, Janine Cascadden. And in first place, Paulette Calhoun. Women's Raw Open 100 kilo weight class. First place, Kelly Foreman. Get back up there. Give Kelly another round of applause. All right, Women's Raw Open 100 plus kilo weight class. Bronze medal, Bridget Gardy. Silver medal, Mercedes Taylor. Come on. And in first place, Amanda Dahl. Another round of applause to these beautiful women. Women's Raw Teen 3 100 plus kilo weight class. In first place, Daytona Hensley. All right, ladies. Everybody. Escort all of our athletes off the platform at this World Championship. The audience will give them a continuous round of applause. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, young lady. Good job, your doll. Good job, young lady. Good job, Cascade. Good job, Paula Calhoun.
Thank you, baby.
All right, same drill for the boys. All the boys that lifted, come on up and stand shoulder to shoulder along the banner behind the platform. Come on, Weber. Get up here, Weber. Come on, Jack. Come on, Big Jim. All the big boys. I hope there's enough room up there for all of you. All right, get a photo and give them a round of applause. All right, here we go. First category. Men's World Masters 1, bench only, 125 kilo weight class. In first place, Jack Gardy. One and then two. One and two. Jack. Men's World Masters 1, 140 kilo weight class. In first place, Michael Weber. Men's World Masters 1, 140 plus weight class, silver medal, Jonathan Alsop. And in first place, James Big Jim Russell. Jonathan, stay up there. The next three are all 1-1-1. Give them another round of applause. You got it, Max? You got it, Max? All right, men's World Masters 2, 110 kilo weight class. In first place, Jacob Zoller. Three. Men's World Masters 3, 125 kilo weight class. In first place, Chris Felix. Men's World Masters 3, 140 kilo weight class. In first place, Tom Greenstone. No, I'm wrong. Two more ones, sorry. Raw Teen 2, 125 kilo weight class. In first place, Riley O'Donnell. He got a world record, right? Did he get it? Was that a world record? He got a world record today. Give him a round of applause. Want to acknowledge him. Men's Raw 3, 110 kilo weight class. In first place, Josh Yao. One more round of applause for him. 3-2-1. Men's Raw Open, 125 kilo weight class, bronze medal, Brandon Stouffer. Silver medal, Dylan Johnson. Remember, this is a world competition all the way from South Korea, bringing the gold medal home, Jae Hyuk Hun. Give them another round of applause. Men's Raw Open. 140 kilo weight class. Silver medal Joe Wyman. And in first place, Ryan Hay. Did I say that right, Lily? Hey? Give these two big boys another round of applause. Got one left, that's it. And last but certainly not least, the super heavyweight men's Raw Open 140 plus kilo weight class. The gold medal goes to Alvin Roswell. All right, as the lovely Natalie is going to escort, turn to your right, gentlemen, turn to your right. Turn to your right and follow Natalie off the platform as the audience continues to give them a continuous round of applause. Keep going. Keep going. All right, don't go anywhere yet. We're now going to give out the best overall lifters by formula, both male and female. Best overall lifters by formula. Let's start with the women. Best overall women's Raw teen lifter by formula, Liliana Robitel. Lily, did you come back? She lifted yesterday. Here she is. Best overall lifter by formula teen category. How about a round of applause for Liliana? Yeah, step up there, Lily. All right. Best overall. Best overall Raw junior lifter by formula, another Lily Young. Stand up on the photo. And now give her another round of applause. Now step over here. Step right here. You come a little closer, right there. Come closer to the green. I just need room for two people. The best overall women's Raw Masters lifter by formula, Jennifer Thompson. Come in tighter. She won both of them. Good job. Give Jen another round of applause. Now, I know you're going to humor me, Jen, please. Would you please take one step back, Jennifer? Take one. Yeah, that's it. One step back. Okay, girls, you stay. Ladies and gentlemen, the best overall women's Raw in the open category with a dots of 139.028. The winner is Jennifer Thompson. Please step forward again, Jennifer. All right, tighten it up, girls. Tighten it up. Tighten it up for a photo. They're your best overall lifters. Give them a round of applause. Yeah. They're all looking all right, too, aren't they, up there? They're pretty and pretty strong. Way to go, Lil. All right, let's go to the men. Men, best overall men's raw teen lifter by formula, Riley O'Donnell. Give Riley another round of applause. Best overall men's raw junior lifter by formula, Ryan Bautista. He lifted yesterday. Is he here? Is he here? No? The best overall men's raw masters lifter by formula, Dennis Alba, with a world record that he set yesterday. Is Dennis here today? And finally, the best overall lifter by formula in the raw open category. He makes homemade wine, and he was kind enough to bring me a bottle of his homemade wine. This will be gone before I get out of the venue. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Antonino Fazio. Step up on that platter, and you step up on that one. Hold this in the other hand. Give these boys another round of applause. I want to get in one too. All right? Here we go. Give it back to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we got one other thing to do, and then anybody that wants to come up and stand in front, any audience member that wants to stand in front of the world sign and take a photo with their lifter is more than welcome to do so. Before we do, though, I would like to have the closing the ceremony. The chairman of the IDFPA, the International Drug-Free Powerlifting Association. He hails from Boston, Massachusetts, does a tremendous amount of work as the chairman and CEO. Just give him your attention for a moment or two. Mr. Eric Cordero, give him a warm welcome.
I won't be long. I just want to really quick thank everybody for coming out today, or the whole weekend, actually. I believe we had a great championship. I've been here all weekend. It was phenomenal. This is our second World Championship we've run this year. We had a student university back in May, and we'll have an open in Korea in about 4 weeks. We are going to do big things. We're going to keep coming back. We're going to keep a clean platform for all our lifters. Pretty soon you guys will see the new calendar coming out by the end of the year. We hope to see you again next year. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Was that short enough?
It was short enough, but it was good enough. All right, come up for some photos.